Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mostly Mavs podcast, where we bring you game time reporting, weekly pods, post games, stuff of that ordinance. I'm your co-host, Caden Elagarze, a journalism major at the University of Oklahoma. To my left is Jude Halbert. Jude, how are you doing tonight?
Man, 51.
Cooper FLAGG scored 51 points tonight. Nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing matters. Jason Kidd got ejected. Najee Marshall got ejected with 2 technical fouls. Frank Vogel was doing some, playoff level coaching, which, hey, we might get into that later on that I think of it.
Okay.
Nothing matters. Nothing matters at all. Cooper FLAGG gives us another reason why he is Rookie of the Year. I put out a tweet in the middle of this game where it was like, I don't understand how people can watch this and are like, yeah, Cockanipple's just a better player than Cooper FLAGG. Just completely appalling to me, in my opinion. Let's go over to the stat sheet and just look at it and state it real quick. Let's get your thoughts on it after we say this. 51 points, 6 rebounds, 3 offensive, 3 assists, 4 stocks with 3 steals and a block, and 1 turnover. He was -2 in a game that they lost by 11 points. What, dude? This is just getting ridiculous at this point, is it not?
Yeah, I think this is the Cooper that we saw pre-injury, and people really forgot. I think that's really what, I don't want to say killed because it's not over, but really hurt his Rookie of the Year case was just missing all that time. If he didn't miss all that time in the middle of the year, he would have ran away with this race. That really just messed him up. But like I said, this is what he was pre-injury, just the shooting, the shot making, because we know what he can do going downhill, right? But if his shot is going, I mean, he's really unstoppable. I don't really know what you do. Because man, some of the step backs he was hitting tonight, I was like,
Sidestep.
where was like what, like I'm telling you, bro, he's 6'9". How do you guard that? I mean, it's unguardable. Like I said, this isn't every night. Obviously, he just had a roll tonight, obviously. But this is, when we talk about a generational rookie, this is what we mean. Like, it's honestly insane, because even if Coop doesn't win this Rookie of the Year, I think this rookie season cannot be forgotten. It can't be, because I really think these two guys, and me making the case for Coop, I don't want to, be down on Khan, because I just think that's kind of, tough. Yeah. I'm just going to make the case for Coop is he's just having, like, at his age and the situation, I know that doesn't really matter, but the situation going on around him, what's being asked of him every night, he's just been dominant. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
like I said, when his shot is going, what do you do? He's 19. You know what I mean? So, like, if you can already see the flashes with the dominance now. Just imagine when he gets. I mean, we already know all this. I'm just saying, because, man, I just can't believe it, man.
Yeah. Like, the biggest thing that everybody's been saying against him is like, okay, he's the youngest to do all these things. I mean, it's a Rookie of the Year. He's the youngest to do these things. Oh, okay. Well, it's Rookie of the Year. It's not youngest of the year. Dude, it doesn't matter. 50 points, 49 points, 42 points. Did he get the most? He got the most consecutive 35-plus point games in a row, or 30-plus point games in a row. 30-plus point double-doubles in a row. He got the most of that as a rookie, too. What is it? He's on a worse team. He's losing more. This is not the most valuable player award. This is the Rookie of the Year, the best rookie in the class. And he's leading the league in scoring. He's up there in assists. He's top 5 in every single statistical category. And when he's making jumpers like he was tonight, which is what we've been missing. The one thing that's been missing out of Cooper FLAGG's game is that mid-range jumper that was lethal December, January, a little bit of February. So, like, what's the argument at this point? I cannot wait for the next few days to see what the media landscape about this game is. Are people going to hate on the Mavericks for putting him in after that 4-minute substitution and be like, oh, well, we just watched Bam Adebayo do that, so we have counter arguments against that.
No.
Are you gonna bring up winning or losing records? Does that really matter in a Rookie of the Year case? Has it really ever mattered in a Rookie of the Year case? No. When his shot is falling, he's not only the best rookie in the class, he's probably a top 30 player in the league if his shot is falling on a consistent basis. If he was consistent with his jumper the entire season, he's a top 30 player in the league. And that's just like, honestly, what more do you want to ask for out of a rookie to be able to do? I know this is a post-game show, but it was a loss. It was a good loss. I mean, nobody else. I mean, Brandon Williams had a great game. Klay Thompson had a great first half. Went on a 14-point heater in the first half. Only scored 4 points in the second. Brandon Williams had a great game, further proving why he deserves to be on this team next season. He's building a case to get an extension in the offseason. But dude, when you have somebody that has a 50 on the stat sheet, it's kind of hard to say much about everybody else. Max Christie had a really good first half. That's something that I noticed. But yeah, that's basically it.
At this point in the season, I mean, this is all we're tuning in for. I said the last pod, I think. I mean, we respect all these, other players in the team, and they've played super hard this year. But, we understand what the rest of the season is going to look like. And Cooper's, he's our franchise player. I mean, they've said it. Jason Kidd said after the game tonight.
Our generational franchise player, by the way. That's who they say. We have a generational young talent.
Yeah. Like I said, Jason Kidd after the game tonight talked about how, I mean, he's just in rarefied air as a rookie and only doing things that, I mean, really, he mentioned Jordan, but and he is in that class with the rookie season that he's had. I think the case for Khan is just more of super consistent throughout the season and one of just the best shooting seasons ever. Like really ever, not even just like as a rookie, like just efficiency wise. But yeah, obviously, I mean, we're biased for Mavs fans, but also I look at it like I talked about earlier. Just the situations are just so different, and I know that shouldn't
completely different
be something that elevates.
Yeah,
I don't know if it should, but I think it does matter. You know what I mean? When we talk about these two guys, and I don't think it's anything against Khan. I just think it's more of a boost to Cooper. Because no one expected the Hornets guys around him to be good going into the year. They just had a really good season. But Cooper was expecting to have good teammates, and it just didn't happen. And it didn't matter. He still showed up every night, and that's what I think is so cool about this season, man.
The coolest thing about Khan, in my opinion, too, is his biggest case right now. Yeah, his team's winning, and he has better guys around him. But we have to remember where the Hornets were last season. He was the missing piece of this team.
Yeah,
Con Knipple plugged in, and he was the missing puzzle piece of this team, and he converted them into a playoff contending team, and not championship contending, a playoff contending team. But you have to look at it again. Have we really ever considered wins too much in a rookie of the year race? Like in recent years, Wemby won it, and they were pretty dog water.
Actually, I looked at this. Sorry to cut you off because I was curious. Like, it's been a lot of losing for Cooper, and obviously, it's weighed on him a lot. So I looked. I was like, recent number one overall. You know how many games the Spurs won Wemby's rookie year?
How many?
22.
Yeah, like what?
Like that's incredible that they lost so much with him as a rookie, and that just goes to show you that rookies they usually don't impact winning. So it's not like a knock against Cooper that we're not winning games. It's just the situation around him is. I mean, we can call it what it is, man.
Yeah, and also what's just ridiculous as well. I don't want to get too much into Twitter people because we know exactly how they are. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I don't want to say it, but they just get dumber and dumber every day. Like that's just how I look at it. There's no
different world out there, man.
Absolute way that you can watch this and say that he's the white version of Cam Thomas. Are you serious? That he's reminiscent of Jeremy Grant? What are we talking about? What? What are we talking about? He's doing generational stuff that's never been done before. Once again, 50 points, 49 points, 42 points. Youngest to ever have 3 or 4 consecutive 30-plus point double-doubles, 35-plus point games, consecutive games. He has more 35-plus point games than every rookie combined in the NBA. He's leading the rookies in scoring. He's top 5 in all categories. What else do you want? I understand that Conca is having one of the most efficient seasons in NBA history. Okay, I get that. As a guard, that's incredibly hard to do. It's incredibly hard to do. To be flirting with a 50-40, is he officially at 50-40-90 right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think he's just short the free throws, I want to say.
Yeah.
But I want to say I think his field goal is just under 50. I can't let me.
It is. He's at 48. He's at 48.3 from the field. He's at 43.1 from three-point line. He's at 86.5. He's flirting with the 50-40-90 season.
That's incredible.
In the NBA. Ridiculous. And the amount of threes that he's made. Yes. Okay. Those are crazy statistics. But I already said what I said. And I mean, we've gone into it for about 11 minutes straight right now. So let's hope that is enough. But yeah, Mavericks lose, but they win. Mavericks lose, but they win. So the Mavericks win. The Mavericks won this game. In the terms of being a Dallas Maverick organization, we won this game. Okay.
That was the perfect Dallas Mavericks game at this point. Like, perfect.
How serious do you think this Jason Kidd thing is?
From which direction?
The past week. Like, how serious do you think the organization is looking at it? Whether they're looking to move on, whether they're trying to seek the truth, because he did say in a press conference this morning, pregame, that it's completely the truth, that he wasn't involved, that he found out at the 11th hour. Another statement that we hate hearing all the time, along with the N-word that we aren't going to say. Did he find out at the 11th hour? Does that matter? Does it really matter? Are we supposed to move on as a franchise? Are we supposed to move on as a fan base? Are we supposed to put this behind us, even though it was the biggest trade in the NBA history? Probably the dumbest trade in the NBA's history.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable going after or keeping like Frank Vogel or promoting Jay Triano or going after another guy? Or are you comfortable keeping Kidd? And do you think that Kidd is looked at as a future coach for this team?
Yeah, I gave my prediction last pod. I don't even know if I would necessarily change it or but I personally think that the Mavs want to keep Jason Kidd. I think it's been reported as well. I think Dumont wants him back because just the relationship with him and Coop obviously has been great. And now with the Kidd and the Cuban stuff, that's like a whole nother can of worms. I mean, it's just like, why are we doing this, man? Like, I hate to be this guy and just say like, get over it. But like, man, we do have Cooper FLAGG, and he's generational and all this talk, and I love Luka as much as anyone. Right. But all this like negative talk, it doesn't do good for anyone. It's not fun to talk about, man. Like, and that's why I continue to just say that, our focus has to be on Cooper, like as a fan base. And I understand the season has been really bad and there's not a lot of positives. So it's easy to look back in the past and focus on the negatives, but we gotta focus on the future. And I think the question that I pose, and I don't know, again, this stuff changes like day to day, honestly. Yes. But my opinion in the last pod was, I don't know if Kidd is necessarily all in with the Mavs in general. And again, that's purely speculation, just because of how toxic things have been with the fan base, with the ownership. And I mean, last summer, I think those Knicks rumors, I don't think that was just like a rumor. Like, I think there was some real smoke. I don't know if he's necessarily trying to get out, like really hard, but he definitely was thinking about it. I know that for sure. And so that was just my question. And again, I would personally love to I would be perfectly okay with bringing Jason Kidd back. It's just a matter of, does he want to be back? And I don't know. Like I said, it changes day to day. You just never know. But yeah, I guess that's my opinion on the matter.
I think he's an elevating coach,
Mhm.
although people would probably disagree with that statement since he was, walked around by Luka for his tenure with the Dallas Mavericks, and people have only seen this year and the end of last year with Jason Kidd being, the engine behind the boat to steer and to guide the team with his complete philosophy. Of course, there were stints where Luka was out, which we will get to in a second. There were stints where Luka was out and they played competitive basketball, but I feel like the organization is really interested. Speculation, of course, because we are speculating guys over here at Mostly Mavs. If you haven't already figured that out, I think that they want to give him a run with the actual roster built together. Because if you look at it in the past year and a half, he has not had a roster. He has not had the ability to take a roster with his complete philosophy where he has the entire say on how the system runs, who's getting it, what they're doing. It's not running through one engine, through a heliocentric offense, which we have no idea, dude. Like at this point, what are they trying to do with Cooper Flagg? Are they trying to build him into a player that could be a heliocentric player? Because we'll get into that some other day, but I think they want to give him a shot, at least. I don't really see him leaving, especially in this offseason. And kind of like the vibes around everything. Kid's always been a guy that just missed just all that media stuff. He literally hates the media. But I don't blame him because, I'm in the industry and, sometimes it could be terrible. Taxing just on people and individuals' brains. We know from a guy on our team named Kyrie Irving. But I think they want to give him another shot because he really hasn't had one. And to keep him around, he is a great coach. He's a great players coach. He's played in the league. He's a legendary point guard. He definitely knows how to win basketball games. We've had many winning seasons with him. But it's just like, dude, he's getting so much. And the worst part is if the thing is, you talked about it. If the fans get behind it, they have so much say. And we know from previous history what the fans can do when they get pissed off enough. And if that starts, Dumont might press the panic button again and be like, all right, we got to get rid of Kidd. We got to either get Frank Vogel, which, dude, Frank Vogel, I would be.
Hey, he's got some more on that sideline, man. I can't lie.
Frank Vogel can be the coach of this team, and I'm completely fine with
He's
him.
got some going on, man. I like him.
Love Frank Vogel. I mean, he's a championship coach, dude. Like, come on, man. But yeah, I mean, I think he's staying. I don't really see any scenario where they're like, all right, let's just get rid of this guy. Unless the fans get behind him. They're like, sorry, man. The whole city hates you now. So got to let you go. But if that were to happen, an in-house hire of like Frank or Jay, go ahead, do it. It's fine. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the matter. Let's kind of get into this. I like saying the saying. I like stating these words. Since we are mostly Mavs, Luka Doncic on his 64th game of the season. Let's make that clear. His 64th game of the season. You need 65 games played to be eligible for season awards. He had a partial tear, a grade 2 strain, which is equivalent to a partial tear of your hamstring, estimated 35-day range, which is about 14 and a half games, that he will be out. And his team has already made an appeal to the NBA for like a hardship exception to see if he can get that the 65 game requirement to meet in-season rewards or awards. And the worst part about this, dude, in basically like 24 hours plus what is that? Like 18, 19 hours. Dallas Mavericks are going to be playing the Los Angeles Lakers. We're not going to be able to see it. And Haymaker was going to have this crazy thing where they were having Dak and Luka at Roller Town. They're going to throw some bags and have some fun with the cornhole tourney. And it was going to be an amazing weekend. But, you know, I don't know if it was organizational decision. I don't know if it was the NBA kind of pressuring to play against OKC because it's a nationally televised game. But we're not going to talk about that conspiracy stuff around here because we hate conspiracies. We don't talk about speculation on Mostly Mavs. What an unfortunate situation. What an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I know. Just thinking about, I just really hope that this isn't the way that I look back on his career in like, 5 or so years, but just a lot of unfortunate stuff, man. I mean, we had the same thing happened to him in 2020. Well, the year we went to the West Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had to play the first 3 games against the Jazz the first round without him. So this isn't even the first time he's dealt with something like this right before the playoffs, man. And I think a grade 2 hamstring strain. I mean,
That's
especially
big.
for a guy that plays like he does, super stop and start game. It's brutal. And I just really hope that the Lakers are just absolutely so cautious because we all know this Lakers team is not on the level of when we saw it the other night. And this is with all love to Luka, and I'm not this no shade towards him. That team is sadly far away. And he's
Years
completely
away.
dragged him. He's completely dragged him this year. Completely masked a lot of their flaws. And he's such an incredible player that you kind of just believe. Like you kind of just throw things out the window and you're just like, oh yeah, well they have, a lot of great players. We have Luka. So like it doesn't matter. Like he's just one of those guys. And as a Luka fan, like I was buying in. I was like, yeah, man, the Lakers, they get in the playoffs, they get a certain team, maybe get the Spurs in the second round. You never know. But just watching that game the other night, you just see it, man. They're just the talent gap in that game is just not close. And I hate one thing I will say that I don't like, and this is kind of off topic, but I'll go back on the topic, is how narrative based the NBA is. And what I mean by that is, you watched that game the other night, and the takeaway from that game from 99% of people is, oh, SGA is just flat out way better than Luka. Like that's just the takeaway.
Yeah, it's just one game.
And yes, it's one game. And in reality, if you just take both teams, it's not a fair fight. And I'm not even here to say Luka is better than SGA. That's a whole other conversation. Maybe one day that's not even a conversation for today.
I like that. I like that tweet you put out too. I love that.
Yeah. It's just, it's not a fun way to look at the sport, and just every game and every moment is a narrative, but it's like, man, like those guys are the top 5 to 10 players in the world. So yes, maybe a game goes poorly or, things like that. But I just hate how narratives can flip like that. But that's another conversation. It's just another unfortunate instance for Luka, man. There's just no other words to describe it, honestly.
Yeah. And sadly, that's just how it is. Through my studies and through what I want to be, I know that it's just like that's sports media. It's very narrative based. It's very click based. It's to get you invested in the game itself. It's to get you invested in the networks that provide you the information that they do. And narratives go around, and especially when you have a 7'6" Frenchman who plays insane defense, who does score 24 points a game, but when he states in a press conference that defense matters more than is equally his offense, his mysteriously his MVP betting odds come flip overnight, and he becomes the number 1 favorite after being third. in odds, which is crazy, right? That's oh my gosh, he didn't even play a game, and his odds to win the MVP just went through the roof. It's a narrative-based, narrative-driven industry for the NBA, which, sometimes it isn't bad because narratives that, come out are good. Like people that push for certain people to get awards that do deserve it. And people that should get attention that do deserve it. But when it comes to these just high value, high impact games that have so much say over on whether it's awards or seeding or any of that jazz, things typically get over narrated. And they get put into a section where it's just like, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like, just keep the game and keep this, dude. It's the Lakers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. That should be it. That's enough, right? It's Luka versus Shea. That's enough. Like, let's just get to watch that. But the stuff that goes around and it's just once you see what you said, it's a very unfortunate situation. And we're praying for the guy. We hope the guy gets better. We hope he comes back sooner than later, but we do hope that he gets a full recovery because we know exactly how Luka can be with these injuries. But we also know exactly what he can do with injuries because his leg was mysteriously bleeding profusely for like 20 straight games in the playoffs in 2013 or 2023. And it was definitely screwed up. I think he had like something identified, whether it was some ligament damage or something like that. But his leg was bleeding profusely. So out of the ordinary for so many games straight. And he brought us to the finals. So,
ironically, like, I don't want to say his worst playoff run, but like it wasn't his like peak like individual performance.
Yeah,
it was just Luka.
Yeah,
this is how incredible player he is.
And the moments were great. Like, he had some crazy moments in that series. He had some crazy shots. For sure. He had some crazy shots against Minnesota. He had some crazy shots against the Clippers. People also forget, dude, he almost had a Trace McGrady moment in the playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he was just going off, hit a half court 4-point play, almost brought them back in the game to win it, which was it would have been one of the craziest wins in NBA history. But yeah, I mean, it's really sad to see these things happen, especially late in the season. You wish it upon nobody, especially somebody that we feel so deeply for, like Luka Doncic. But I guess that's that. And, to cap it all together, we got to kind of transition as a franchise, like we were previously stating, and we have Cooper Flagg. This pod episode has just been an all eclipsing, episode. Yes. We got awesome. The kid drama. We had a Nico Harrison reference. We were freaking Cooper Flagg's generational. Jason Kidd, is he going to be a coach anymore? Frank Vogel, I'll bring him up. Luka Doncic, oh my gosh, what happened? What an amazing episode, by the way. Had a lot of fun doing this one. But yeah, season's coming to a close. The kid just dropped 50. Jason Kidd got ejected. Luka is sadly hurt, and we might not be able to see him in the playoffs. So that's basically what's happening over here, mostly Mavs. I was going to do some pretty fun for Sunday, but, this sad thing happened. So we're still in the development of that. We'll keep you on the loop. You have any closing remarks?
I do, because you forgot something.
What did I
forgot to do something this episode.
What?
The spin. Come on. Let's end the episode.
Let's go.
All right. So if the spin goes poorly, just end it. It's late in the pod. We could mess around.
Do you want Keaton Wagler or Darius Akoff?
Wagler.
I was trying to lean that way too. Anyways, that was probably very loud. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, Dallas landed at the 6th spot. Washington number 1, Utah number 2, Brooklyn number 3, Sacramento 4. I think that's the Clippers. Clippers 5, and then Mavericks 6. So almost what it is every single podcast. But thank y'all for watching the Mostly Mavs post-game show. Try to be as consistent as we possibly can, but there are some hoops that we have to go through as college students with a busy time schedule. But yeah, thanks for watching the post-game. Tune in, follow the socials below. Come back for post games, come back for weekly recaps, follow the X, follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, Threads, Facebook if you're old. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later.